Okay, party people in the house.
Pain. We been bout bread, cake, paper, money.
All right, so tell us what inspired you to do songs, to write, to become an artist.
I wrote my first rhyme when I was like 9 years old. You know what I mean? In Detroit, Michigan. You know what I mean? My mother is from Detroit. We had relocated to Detroit from Philly. You know what I'm saying? Basically, it was a cipher going on. A lot of old heads from the projects was out there rapping and all that. My cousin was one of my older cousin. You know what I'm saying? I just looked up to the movement. I just really watched the response they get from rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody drawing, tripping off lines they was spitting and all that. And I always was a fan of hip hop. My favorite rappers coming up was like Jay Z, Mystical, Ludacris. You know what I mean? The Clips. Bow Wow was hot when I was a young boy. Little Bow Wow. A lot of young boys was looking up to the movement he had too, so I listened to him. You know, what I mean, it was a lot of variety, but really it was I paid attention to the response all the old heads used to get from rapping in the projects during the little ciphers. So I used to just look up to the movement. You know what I mean? I just tried to write me a little drum when I was 9. You know what I mean? And like the next weekend. They was out there rapping again. I just jumped in the cipher, 9 years old, jumping in the cipher with like, you know what I mean, people that was my age now. You
At
know what I'm saying?
9 years old,
Yeah, yeah,
that's kind
real
of
rap
young,
like
right?
you know what I mean? I just jumped in there and then you know what I mean people felt it, you know what I'm saying? It probably was because I was young at the time. I probably wasn't really saying nothing, but it was probably because I was young, but I still liked that response and I just kind of got attached to it. So, I mean, I put it down. I didn't really take it serious at that time, but we moved again to Ohio, you know what I'm saying? And then I picked it back up in like 2005 and then I started taking it serious, like writing more consistently, you know what I'm saying, and sticking to it and really putting thought into that and just saying like I'm a rap, you know what I mean, and practice does not make perfect, but it'll get you close. So I just kept at it and I got better as time went on. You know what I'm saying? And then it just grew on me. So
Well, going back to the 9 years old, typical 9 year old kid, video games. They are playing outside, they're in the sports, but you wanted to rap in a cipher. This is kind of genius, that's kind of a gift. Don't you think?
yeah, yeah, it was I was the regular kid, you know what I mean? I was really playing football. That was my main thing when I was around that age. I played for the city, you know what I'm saying? I ran track and all that. So I was into a lot of sports and everything and I can draw real good. So I was like drawing pictures and playing basketball, football on the track team and all that. But and I was playing. I was into a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was football, basketball. You know what I mean? Track and field. I was drawing. The movie Drumline had came out around that time, and I liked that too. So I started trying to play the drums, and I was just trying to rap. So I was like having to pick like what do I want to do for real. And like 2005 when we moved again, you know what I mean? Rapping was that. You know what I'm saying? That was it. Cause coming from Philly, you look up to the movement too. You know what I mean? Like the major figures, Beanie Siegel. You know what I'm saying? Cassidy and all them like that. And Cassidy was somebody that had a lot of influence on me too. You know what I'm saying? So I just look up to that movement. I always love music. So, cause I mean, the drums and the band and all that and everything got something to do with music, and that was just something I like to do. So I picked that back up in 2005, and I just kept at it, and then what I mean, here we go today.
All right, so we are here today, and shout out goes to D Stone Records, which is definitely digitally distributing your music right now. You have
Mm.
two singles that are out on iTunes and are available, and
Yeah,
you want to talk about those, and then we can play
yeah.
one of them.
My first single that I put out called Cash. You know what I mean, produced by my boy Saran. Saran, the up and coming producer from Toledo, Ohio. You know what I mean, y'all can holler at him. He's on Facebook. Saran. You know what I mean? I got the beat from him. I didn't really expect it to do what it's doing. I was really at work, you know what I mean? And while I'm working, I'll be in my phone like typing lyrics for it. I really didn't take it serious at first, but you know what I mean? I was just making up lyrics while I'm at work and just in my little spare time, and it finally came together. And that was like the first time I ever put all my time into making up a hook, you know what I'm saying? And like really making a song, you see what I'm saying? Usually I'll be doing mixtapes, just grabbing other instrumentals and just going in and just putting them together like that. So this was my first single, you know what I mean? I purchased the beat, came up with everything and 100% of the lyrics, and I recorded it first one time and I didn't like it, you know what I'm saying? And then I was thinking it was the studio where I was at, so I go to another studio, I recorded it again. I didn't like it, you know what I'm saying? Then I went to like 5 different studios and recorded it, you know what I'm saying? So the last time I recorded it, I had a show that night, you know what I mean? My show was it was gonna pop at like 9 o'clock, and I got to the studio like 8, like 7:50, close to 8. I recorded the song there, and then I felt that what I did, I added everything I needed to, and I did it, and I drove straight to my show. You know what I'm saying? I performed it like within the same hour. You know what I mean? So that was my first single. I did put a lot into it. You know what I mean? Because I recorded it, the whole song, like 5, 6 times. You know what I'm saying? Until I felt that it was good enough for me to like it, because you know what I mean, it's me, it's my song. I know if I don't like it, I'm not going to expect nobody else to like it, so I do it until I get it to how I want it to sound. So basically, yeah, I put a lot into that, and I'm proud of that because that's my first single, 100% of the lyrics, you know what I'm saying? And that's really just because it's my first single. That's why I love that song so much. And that's called Cash, produced by Saran. Y'all can holler at Saran. He up and coming from Toledo, Ohio. Shouts out to him too. And the other one is called I'm a Dog. That's featuring my dude Man. You know what I'm saying? He passed away. You know what I mean? Really I got his voice on the beat. You know what I'm saying? I put his voice in there on the beat. It's really in loving memory of him. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a friend of mine. You feel what I'm saying? He was in a lot of he's in a lot of people's heart. A lot of people was cool with him, and a lot of people miss him. And that was really just me showing my respect to him. You feel what I'm saying? And showcasing my lyrical ability at the same time. You know what I mean? So really, I got the beat made for that, and I had his voice put in there over his voice on the hook and all that. And I did what I did on there. You know what I mean? And just me spitting how I'm spitting and showcasing my lyrical ability, you know what I'm saying? I can show to the world. Like, Cash is really not focusing on punchlines and bars and all that. That's really just flow and to get people rocking, you know what I'm saying? Feel the beat to get somebody grooving in the club or something. And then I'm a Dog is a whole nother wave, like street and punchlines and focusing on that, like the hip hop part of the game. So I like these 2 singles the way they drop. Like this one dropped this day, and I'm a Dog drop after that around the same time, so people can see I'm just not a battle rapper. You know what I mean? People can see, oh, he got flow. He can make a song. He ride with the beat, and then he can turn around and he can bring that hip hop, the punchline, the street cipher feel back. You know what I mean? Them 2 songs is 2 different feels. You know what I'm saying? But I like that song too because it's in loving memory of my dude. Rest in peace to Man. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. I mean, you could listen to both and you get a whole different feel from me on both different songs.
And I think that's what the world is looking for is terms of a different feel. They don't want the same thing over and over and over. But speaking of Cash, let's go ahead and get into the track. It is a hot track, guys, and so we're going to go ahead and play it for you now. And we want you to stay tuned. It's all Jamz Radio. Keep it locked.